We're back right now with college football expert analyst Ross Benjamin, who's bringing you guys his top 3 upsets he sees on the betting board for Week 12 of college football action. Ross, before we start, I have to brag on you a little bit because you went a perfect 3-0 with your picks last week. You're 13-5 overall with those upset picks this season. Seems like you really have a talent for calling out the lines makers BS. So what's on your radar for this week's lineup?
Well, I appreciate that, Megan. Let's start with the Big Ten matchup between Penn State and Michigan. The Nittany Lions will be at home in this contest. You know, Michigan's defense has made a huge statement early on in the season, and despite winning their last 3 games, the defense has sort of faltered a little bit, allowing an average of 28 points and 404 yards per contest during that 3-game win streak. The Nittany Lions are 7-3, but their 3 losses have come against opponents that are 25-5 heading into this week's action. Penn State is an underdog in their final home game, and they're 6-0 at home this season. Sounds like value to me, Megan. Penn State plus the 3 over Michigan. Iowa State at Kansas State in the Big 12 on Saturday, in a game not a lot of people will be looking at, but I'm certainly am. Kansas State began the season 3-0 against all non-conference opponents. Since starting Big 12 action, they're 0-6 in conference play. The Wildcats shouldn't be favored against anybody in conference play right now, let alone laying close to a touchdown. This is an Iowa State team, granted 3-7, but their 7 losses have come against opponents that are a combined 61-9. This is a Cyclones club that almost ended Oklahoma State's national title aspirations last week before falling 35-31. Give me Iowa State plus 6 in this contest over Kansas State. And finally, all right, let's take you out to the Mountain West Conference. Colorado State at New Mexico, That's 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time kickoff. The Rams coming off back-to-back straight up in ATS wins, but let's not get carried away, folks. They played UNLV and Wyoming in those contests, and those clubs are a combined 4-17 this season. New Mexico became just the 15th team since 1980 to win back-to-back games as an underdog of 20 or more. They did so against Utah State 2 weeks ago and in a stunner at Boise State last week. Boy, they put things right in their own hands right here, because New Mexico, with a win this week against Colorado State and against Air Force at home next week, could play in the Mountain West Conference Championship game. In addition, this could be their first winning season since 2007. Motivation, momentum, and emotion all on the side of New Mexico in this contest. Take the Lobos plus 2 over Colorado State.
There you have it. Ross, I know you're exhausted there after giving 3 picks, but it definitely gets me excited for the weekend. So if you want to see the full write-up on these upsets and the odds for the games, they're also in the links below this video. College football analyst Ross Benjamin, it's always a pleasure, man. Thanks for being back with us.